Welcome everyone and thank you for coming. These are the annual LED Student Awards, or annual student-led awards, the other way around. These are hosted by the Student Association to celebrate all of the fantastic work that goes on throughout the year. We know that you all do such incredible things, both staff and students, and we want to recognise that. We have extended the awards this year, so it is not just the two that we normally do. We now have a lot more, including some for our student reps, as they haven't had awards before, but they definitely deserve it, especially after this year, I think. So previous years, we've awarded certificates for Tutor of the Year and Business Professional of the Year. But as I said, we have gone bigger and better this year. So we have 12 nominated awards, as well as the President's Award and a number of highly commended certificates to give out as well. So we amazingly got 392 nominations for these awards, which is just incredible. It definitely shows how amazing all the staff and students have been this year and how great, even during a pandemic, we've had quite a good year. So how we worked these out, just to give you a little bit of background, is that we took these nominations, we then, Emma made them anonymous, and then we had a shortlisting panel. So I would first like to say thank you to our panel who helped me and Emma with this process. So we have Patrick, Connie and James who helped us to get this, make this happen really, to choose who the people that were shortlisted are, and to choose the ultimate winners. So what I will say, and I'm sure that they will all agree, is that it was really, really hard to choose. There was some really amazing nominations and it was a pleasure to read them. And everyone should be so proud who got nominated, and everyone should be quite proud to be part of the university, because honestly, they were really lovely to read. Those that were nominated, if you haven't received them already, you will be receiving your nominations, so you can read them. I'm sure that it will make you quite proud of yourself, because they were, as I said, they were really nice. So we want to share those with you, whether you win or not. So you'll get those soon, so you'll be able to read what people said about you. So firstly, I think that we should just say well done to everyone that was nominated, and congratulations for being here and for getting shortlisted, because yeah, you could have all won. It was very hard. So before we get started, I'm just going to do a little bit of housekeeping. So after we announce the winners of the award, it'd be really good if you could unmute yourselves and we could have a bit of a round of applause, because otherwise it's going to be a bit awkward if it's just me clapping and no one else. Obviously, when we are making the announcements and people are talking, if you could then go back on mute, that would be good as well, just to stop background noise. The chat box is open and I can see people are already using it. So do go through and make sure that you can chat while we're talking, and congratulate your colleagues. Everyone who wins will be asked to give a little speech if they would like. No pressure if you don't want to, but if you'd like to say a few words, that would be lovely. And all the winners will be contacted next week for postage of their certificates and trophies for the big awards to either their campus or their home address. In the event that we do get disconnected, do bear with us and just rejoin using the original link, but hopefully that won't happen. And finally, please enjoy yourselves and good luck to all the nominees. So I will hand over to Andrea, the Vice Chancellor, to give a few words before we begin the awards.
Thanks very much, Ella. Can everyone see me, hear me? Yeah, that's great. Wow, what an evening. It's just wonderful to be here, and thank you for the honour of being invited. Tremendously exciting. So it's just great to see everyone, and great to be amongst such joy, to celebrate such wonderful achievements. I'm really proud. I'm very moved and honoured to be invited here, because I think in a way, next to graduation, which really is the standout event for us all, this kind of event is just so rewarding and enjoyable. In what has been a pretty challenging academic year. So let's kind of just pause, just to kind of reflect on everything that's happened, what you've done, how brilliant you've all been, both fabulous staff, tremendous students to get here. And throughout the pandemic, I've been so impressed by how all the University of Law staff and students have shown such incredible tenacity, resilience. But the big standout feature for me has been just kindness, people being kind and considerate to each other, and caring for each other in a kind of community spirit, which I think has always existed, but more than ever before has been the kind of standout experience, and the takeaway in terms of learning. Kind of collaboratively, we've come through this. But what it's shown is just, as we say, celebrating here tonight, just how some standout individuals just blew us all away, and the impact that can have. So, despite all the challenges involved in teaching and learning on and offline, and what seemed to be an on and offline again and again, students, staff have excelled in adaptability, patience, and love and support for each other. And that's just tremendous. In adversity, people really, really have pulled out all the stops, and that it's been, for me, truly very humbling. I'm just deeply proud of everything that's been achieved, and that brings us here to tonight. What we're here tonight is to celebrate all of that, and to with that focus on excellence and outstanding contributions. That is part of who we are, our DNA at the University of Law. And again, it's not just for the nominees or the winners, although that's whom we're here to celebrate. It's for everyone who's part of the university. But the nominations for the awards this evening have common themes running throughout, and that's what we're celebrating tonight. So the first theme is around excellence in teaching, and again, I've been blown away by some of the words used in the nominations. So engaging, enthusiastic, inspiring students to take their learning further. Significant numbers of nominations who mentioned staff who are exceptionally supportive in relation to both academic and pastoral support. And alongside the nominations for staff, there are lots of awards, several awards, which recognise the outstanding contribution that our students have made to the university, to the Students' Association, as well as the wider community. So, as I said, I'm hugely excited to see all the nominations tonight, and I'm both proud and, as I say, very humble to have the privilege to work with such amazing colleagues and have such tremendously dedicated and committed students. So, like me, I'm sure that you're all very excited for the presentation of the awards. So, without further ado, please can I welcome one of the student panelists, Connie, to present the first award.
Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I just probably make you aware, I've just moved into a new flat and I'm currently sitting on inflatable furniture. So if you hear any questionable noises, that's what it is. Right, so without further ado, our first award of the evening is the Creative Teaching Award, for which we received a phenomenal 23 nominations. And this award is presented to a member of staff who uses creative and innovative ways to engage students with their learning. Their use of technologies or ways in which they extend their learning beyond the classroom helps students to further engage, understand, and enjoy the subject matter. So, the shortlisted nominees are, firstly, Derek Barham, for always including everyone in the lesson, as well as his jokes and zest for teaching. Secondly, we have Clive Bishop, for his use of case studies and encouraging students to think outside the box in preparation for employment. Thirdly, we have Andrea Cartledge for using Collaborate to its fullest extent and bringing in her real-world experiences to consolidate learning. Fourth, we have Sarah Coyne for her skill in explaining complex concepts and knowing each student individually and their unique qualities. And lastly, but by no means least, we have Akbar Karim for enjoying playing devil's advocates in debates and making online learning engaging. So the winner of this award received 4 separate nominations, and the panel saw how they use a wide range of different techniques to engage students. And the winner for this award is Andrea Cartledge. If you could all engage in... Andrea couldn't be here with us tonight, but when we contacted her, she said, "I am delighted to have been nominated for the Creative Teaching Award, and it makes it all the more special that the award is student-led." So congratulations to Andrea once again. Now we move on to the Next Step Award presented by our other student panelists, James.
Hello everyone, can you hear me? Great. So we received 18 nominations for the Next Step Award, which recognizes a person in any department who has helped to prepare students for life after the university. As a result of their support, students feel prepared for their next adventure after ULaw. So I'm going to read out the short list, and the shortlisted nominees are Elisa Costello for always being available to talk, helping to prepare for assessment centers and sending out weekly opportunities newsletters, yes. Then we have Claire Leslie for helping students to gain mini pupillage, encouraging them to apply for several opportunities and supporting them to believe in themselves. Up next is Lisa Kemp for assistance throughout the COVID pandemic in applying for training contracts and providing invaluable tips for interviews. And finally, we have John Watkins for his employability, sharing insights and sharing opportunities for professional and personal networking. The winner of this award received 3 separate nominations about their input into the future of students and the impact that this person has had on students across the university. The winner of the Next Step Award is John Watkins. I'd like to invite John Watkins to say a few words.
James, thank you very much. Ella, Emma, Harry, everybody from the Student Association, thank you so much for this evening and for this award. I suppose just to say a couple of words about my fellow nominees. I'm sure, knowing each of them as I do very well, how worthy they were of being on the shortlist, and I'm sure without prejudicing what happened in the voting analysis, that probably the decision was so tight between which one of the 3 of them should have won that the decision was, oh, let's just give it to the other one instead. So thank you ever so much for this. It means a great deal, and I hope everyone has a really enjoyable evening this evening. It's been great already, and I'm sure there'll be lots more excitement to come. Thank you.
Our next award, I'd like to invite Ella to present the Hero the COVID-19 Hero Award staff. The COVID-19 Hero Award for staff, yes. Ella?
So the next award hopefully will not be relevant next year. So hopefully this winner will be the one and only winner of the COVID-19 Hero Staff Award. Hopefully we will not still be needing this next year. It is presented to someone who has supported friends and colleagues or people in the wider community throughout the pandemic. This person may have volunteered for COVID-related cause, delivered care packages, or generally provided uplifting opportunities and been a friendly, socially distanced face over the past year. We received 15 nominations for this award. The shortlisted nominees are Matthew Chamberlain, for keeping the Nottingham campus going throughout the pandemic, ensuring safety across campus and creating regular quizzes and virtual social opportunities. Jane Kershaw, for supporting the mental well-being of her students, giving encouraging pep talks and offering one-to-one support. Margaret Matthews, for providing reassuring support and continued communication throughout the pandemic. Sarah Pooley, for listening to staff concerns and taking action quickly and decisively to support her team. And Nicole Topham, for providing excellent levels of support and communication to her personal tutees. The winner of this award was commended on multiple grounds. The one thing that really stood out for the shortlisting panel was their consideration to individual members of staff, particularly how mandatory face masks would affect a deaf tutor and the supportive action that was taken in response to this. This person received a full 60 marks from the shortlisting panel, and we are delighted to present the COVID-19 Hero Award to Matthew Chamberlain. If Matthew would like to say a few words, that would be really nice.
Thank you very much. As you said there, Ella, hopefully the only time it gets awarded, but I do like to be extra special and have something that no one else does. Obviously everybody in the Nottingham team has been fantastic, and especially Nicole as well in my category, and Elsa in the category before, and Jamie, our head of BP, the head of student services, Andy, our old dean, and now Helen Avis, our new dean, coming in. Is just everyone at Nottingham absolutely fantastic. But also just everyone in the facilities department. I may have been nominated, but I'd like to think that they've all worked, just as hard, if not harder than me. I know that Kevin's here today from Guildford. How everyone's done across the university, and how everyone's managed to keep themselves going and keep everyone else going has just been fantastic to see. And it's really nice actually seeing my big empty building start to fill up with people again, and actually see some people face to face instead of just Zoom.
Thank you very much, and congratulations. So I'd like to, I'll hand over to Emma to present the student version of this award.
Hello, can everybody hear me? That's the phrase of the year, isn't it, I think? Along with "you're on mute." Okay, so the criteria for the Student COVID-19 Hero Award is the same for the Staff Award. We received 9 nominations in total, and it was amazing to read about all the fantastic things that our students have done over the past 18 months. So our shortlisted nominees are Una Campbell for supporting her local care home by providing extra support and making the residents' days as fulfilling and interesting as possible in the absence of family visits. Secondly, Sean Crocker for working tirelessly in COVID-19 wards as a porter on weekends alongside his BPC, as well as being a bright personality in class. April Lamai for creating popular COVID-19 YouTube videos to dispel myths, as well as providing pro bono legal support for those affected by the pandemic. And we have Edna Nzombe for supporting multiple members of her local community, collecting donations for children in Zimbabwe, and volunteering a portion of her wages to ensure that the rest of her workplace could keep operating. And finally, Daniel Yates for providing support as a volunteer carer for a student at Keele University and supporting classmates through very stressful periods of time. We really could have presented this award to any one of our nominees. I know that the panel will agree with me that it was incredibly difficult to decide on a winner for this category. We'd really genuinely like to say thank you to everybody who nominated themselves or received a nomination in this category, as it's clear that without people like you, the past year would have been considerably harder for a lot of people. So the winner of the Student COVID-19 Hero Award provided a very touching account of all the activities they had created and the impact they had had on the people they cared for. So we would like to present the COVID-19 Hero Award to Una Campbell. Congratulations, Una. Is Una here?
Thank you very much. It's really lovely to have received that. I really don't know what to say, but congratulations to everyone else. And yeah, I think it's been a really tough year, and yeah, I think definitely everyone who has either worked in healthcare or who has supported the NHS in some way, definitely should be in your thoughts. And yeah, thank you. Sorry, I just don't know. Thank you.
That's all right. Thank you, Ian, and congratulations. I'll be in touch next week with your trophy and certificate. So I'd now like to invite Patrick Johnson to present the next award.
Thank you, Emma. I suppose I better check that people can hear me okay?
Yep.
Wonderful. The Leading Inclusivity Awards recognise people who uphold and champion equal opportunities for all, regardless of their background or current situation. They work towards ensuring inclusivity and equality for underrepresented groups and help raise awareness or create change through events, campaigns, or other activities. The shortlisted nominees for the Staff Award are Shade Parveen for her work with the BAME advocates and charities which work with underrepresented groups, Katie Reid for establishing and running the I Belong Club, and Claire Tabridi for her assistance with the LGBTQ+ History Month. The winner of this award received 4 extremely detailed nominations, praising their involvement with the inclusivity agenda and creating communities within the university. They were described as inspiring, dedicated, and passionate, and several references were also made on the effect they had on students feeling empowered. We are really delighted to present the Leading Inclusivity Staff Award to Katie Reid. Well done, Katie.
Thank you.
Would you like to say a few words?
I would love to. Thank you so much. I can't even express how much this means to me. It was something that I felt was really necessary. Just coming from the background I come from, it was really important to me that when I came back into a university setting, I tried to do something about this. But I really just want to say thanks to several people, to Hannah Poulton and Zoe King for believing in this as an idea, to Fatmata Darami for being always amazing and inspirational and always encouraging me to believe in the ideas I have, to Morag, to Ella Richardson and to Harry Walters for providing me such amazing support when I completely didn't know what I was doing with websites, and to Patrick and to the WP Success team, to Professor Brian Smith, to Ibrahim and the BAME advocates for being there and showing me such support every single time. And to all the fantastic speakers, to the design team, to the social media team and the alumni team. So I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to hopefully make it better. And thank you so much.
That's great. Thank you, Katie. That's wonderful. I'd now like to hand over to David Taylor to present the Student Award.
Thank you, Patrick. Can you all hear me? Yeah. The Student Leading Inclusivity Award recognises all the same criteria as the Staff Award. In particular, the panel were looking for a student who really sought to provoke support and further opportunities for their group or cause. The panel received 16 nominations for this award, and it was clear that the university has so many students who are committed to creating equal opportunities for all. The shortlisted nominees for the Student Award are Amy Fitzmaurice for her recently launched mentoring initiative entitled Women High Up, Simrin Kang for her dedication to her role as a BAME advocate, and Neil Rokad for founding the Disability Network at London Bloomsbury. Now, the winner of this award has championed diversity since starting at ULaw in September 2020 and has set up several successful events to address the challenges and successes of students in similar positions to them. We're delighted to present the Leading Inclusivity Student Award to Neil Rokad. Would you like to say a few words, Neil?
No, I don't think Neil's here this evening, unfortunately, but we will certainly get in touch with him.
Ah, great. I've got a meeting with Neil on Monday, I believe. So.
I will let you share the news with him then, David.
Okay. Okay, I'd now like to invite Susan Oakes to present the Battersby Award for Outstanding Contribution to Student Experience.
Thanks very much, David. Can people hear me okay? Thumbs up, yeah? Thank you for inviting me to present this award. I'm really delighted and honoured to do so. The award is named for David Battersby, the former Chester campus librarian, who sadly died in 2019 from a brain tumour. He's much missed by his colleagues. I met David on the Chester campus when I first joined the university 6 years ago, and one of my projects was to assist in the planning and design of a potential new library space. The key feature was to be a desk in the middle of the library to seat David, as his presence was considered fundamental to the running of the library. We never completed that piece of work, but David was always the personality of the library. Not only was he approachable, charming, and always smiling, sometimes wearing a sombrero, I understand, but as his obituary in our professional journal stated, he had the ability to see things from the point of view of his users and the imagination to work out how best to support them. He was always there for people. He was held in such regard that several students attended his funeral and wrote the following words in his memory: "A wonderful friend and mentor, held in the highest regard by all the students." I'm so delighted that the Student Association have decided to honour those who are always there, naturally supportive, understanding, and responsive, as David was. So the shortlisted nominees for this award are Hina Bansal for her outstanding welfare support for students at the Birmingham campus, Jane Fraser for being an all-round supportive colleague and tutor who knows each student individually, Rosemary Jones for her commitment to making the library at Leeds a welcoming place to be, Sophie Lake for going above and beyond to support her students, Louise Langham for always having a friendly smile and nothing ever being too much trouble, Alex Morris for continuing to provide fantastic learning experience even through virtual teaching. The winner of this award received a nomination which warmed the hearts of all the panelists. The nomination contained multiple quotes from students who couldn't speak highly enough of them. This person is known to help in the cafe if they're busy, to fetch extra paper for the printer, or help a student struggling to carry all their books up the stairs. More recently, she has also volunteered to help as part of the COVID testing team. So it's an absolute honour to present this award to Louise Langham. So, unfortunately, Louise is unable to be here this evening, but we would like to invite Tanya Courtney Davis to receive the award on her behalf. Is Tanya here? I'm not sure she is, Emma.
No, I think she was supposed to be, but I believe she's on annual leave. So yeah, unfortunately, Louise isn't here either. So, but we will obviously certainly let her know.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so
can I say a few words? Is that okay, Ella?
Absolutely.
Absolutely delighted that Lou has won this. She's a huge part of the Chester campus, and as the students have said, is always there to support anybody, students or staff, and has been a rock throughout her time. In her role as a cleaner at Chester, she does far more than that, and I'm delighted that she's won. I can't wait to pass that news on to her. Thank you.
Thanks, Carol. So our next award of the evening is Class Rep of the Year, and I'd like to hand back to Emma to present this award.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you. Okay, see if I can get my PowerPoint to work. There we go. So, class reps are truly invaluable in the student feedback system. They are the eyes and ears on the ground, and we have almost 900 class reps in total, which certainly keeps me busy day to day. The Student Association reads all SSLC minutes, and it's the feedback of class reps that we work with the university to identify trends in feedback across courses, campuses, and the university as a whole. The award for Class Rep of the Year is presented to a rep who has consistently been active throughout the year. They effectively voice the opinions of all students in their class, regularly attend SSLCs, provide detailed reports, and demonstrate great organisational and interpersonal skills. The shortlisted nominees for Class Rep of the Year are Theo Burgess for organising regular social events and being proactive with feedback. Secondly, Reese Morrison for the creative Feedback Fridays and regular updates. And thirdly, Sweetie Rambarasa for being a great listener and an invaluable source of reassurance. So the winner of this award received particular thanks for acting quickly on feedback and taking it to the most appropriate member of staff. They provide regular updates and communicate helpful information back through the group chats. As well as this, they have organised virtual pub quizzes to ensure that their group is able to maintain social contact even through the pandemic. I am absolutely delighted to present the award for Class Representative of the Year to Theo Burgess. Well done, Theo.
Well done, Theo.
Is Theo here?
Hello, I am.
Hello.
Can you see and hear me? Thanks very much.
You can.
It's been an absolute pleasure to represent C31K, and thanks to all the teachers who have put so much work in over the last year, and to everyone else. Yeah, thanks very much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Theo. I have just been informed that Neil Rokad has just joined. Neil, I have some wonderful news for you, and we would like to present the Leading Inclusivity Award to you for all of your work this year with the Disability Network. I know it's very probably comes as a bit of a surprise because you've only just joined, but if you'd like to say a few words, you're very welcome to. Nope. Okay, that's absolutely fine. We will move on. So our next award is the Service Department of the Year Award. And I'd like to hand over to Harry Walters to present this award.
Thank you, Emma. I'm assuming that everyone can hear me by way of thumbs up. Let me know. Thank you, 3 people, because those are the people I can see. So the Service Department of the Year Award recognises a team that consistently goes above and beyond to offer a great, friendly service to our students. The award is open to localised departments or a centralised service. This is my game show host voice. All of these shortlisted nominees have been presented with this award, and it was great to read about all of the staff doing great things behind the scenes. And the shortlisted nominees are the Employability Service for continuing to provide employability workshops for students across the world, the Manchester Library Team for continuing to provide an excellent service with minimal disruption, the Manchester Assessments Team for providing quick and helpful responses to students seeking advice, and in an attempt to thwart the Manchester Dominion, the Moorgate facilities team for adapting very quickly and managing the safety of the campus over the last 12 months. What a group of people, am I right? The winners of this award deliver a bespoke service to every student. They've continued to have an open door policy throughout the pandemic and continue to publish their newsletter weekly with opportunities for all students. We are delighted to present the Service Department of the Year Award to the Employability Service. So do a clap, and I will invite someone to talk for them.
Thank you very much, Harry.
Well deserved.
There you are, John.
Many congratulations to the two Manchester departments and Moorgate. We have a great employability team, hugely proud to lead them. One of the nice things about leading the team, though, is that they're part of a much wider university setup, which has so many excellent departments and so many excellent people in it. The Employability Service has responded over the last 12 months or so heroically. It hasn't surprised me to see the fantastic performance of the team on a professional level. Perhaps on a personal level, I've been a little surprised on just how much they care about each other and me, which is really nice. And of course, that translates across to the way in which they deal with students. And, I just this evening have just seen a student that's just secured a training contract give feedback on a member of staff to say thank you for everything they've done, and that sort of exemplifies what we're there for. We hope that people achieve success, and however long it takes, we're there for you. And evenings like this evening are so rewarding for us all to listen to and to be a winner as well. Well, I'm just so honoured on behalf of my team to say thank you very much.
Thank you very much, John. Well deserved to all. I'll hand over to our President Ella to talk about the Student Volunteer of the Year. Ella, do a talk.
So this award I am really excited about. I think it is about time that we recognise our student reps the way, along with our class reps, which has already given. I'm really excited about this award. So the Student Association have almost 1,000 volunteers, but we are going to be focusing on our vice presidents, the course representatives, the liberation officers, and our student members of committees, including governing board. So we've had our class reps, but now it is time to celebrate those in student parliament and our student committees. So once again, this award could have been presented to any of our nominees. It was incredibly difficult to decide on the winner. Really, it was. I have worked with all of these nominees and it was really hard. They're all amazing, and they have made my job 100 times easier. So thank you to all of you. You could have all got this. But this award recognises an individual who has had a clear and tangible impact on their group, project or cause, and the recipient will have shown a high level of commitment and be a positive role model. So the shortlisted nominees are Rachel Bell, Vice President of the Chester campus, Jay Dickens, LGBTQ+ officer, Aaron Chrysop, Vice President of the Bristol campus, Sarah Nasser, Vice President of the Birmingham campus, and Neil Sturman, the BPC course rep. The winner of this award received 3 detailed nominations regarding their impact on multiple groups of students. This person is always keen to be involved in new opportunities and will jump at the opportunity to be part of any meeting which enables them to share their student voice. They have contributed to a range of discussions and projects and have had a profound impact on students across the university. They've taken on an extraordinarily amount this year and have gone above and beyond what you would expect of them. And I honestly do not know how this student has managed to juggle as much as they did. So I am absolutely delighted to award the Student Volunteer of the Year to Neil Sturman. And if you would like to say a few words.
Hey, can everyone hear me just to get that bit done? I don't want to miss out on that. Good news. Thank you. Essentially, I'm accepting this on behalf of everybody who volunteered to do any of the roles that were put up for. So all of the courses that people are on are difficult enough. So well done to everyone who stood up and represented anyone. But also on behalf of the exec, so Ella and Emma, who've made such a massive impact this year, and to Harry, who's provided that continuity from previous years as well, who all work extremely hard and have around about 1,000 people emailing them every day several times, and cope with it all and tolerate it and work with that to produce excellent results. So it's really impressive to see what you've done over the year. But yeah, thanks very much. Oh, and just quickly as well, it's good to see Margaret, Matthew and Sarah Pooley and Sweetie here as well from my GBL last year. So really good to see them. A
little bit of a shout out there. Yes. So for those of you that don't know, Neil had a baby this year. So he's not only done this, he's also completed doing his the bar course and doing a rep and had a baby. So I think that is. And I think he's got a job as well that he's been doing. So I don't know how he's been not dropped a ball, but well done. Impressive. So our next award is the Business Staff of the Year, and I will pass back to Emma.
Hello. I forgot I was presenting this one. That was a nice surprise. Trying to get my PowerPoint to work. There we are. I've got two screens. It's very complicated, which is why I look like I'm not looking at anybody. So the award for Business Staff of the Year recognises those members across the university community who provide outstanding support or enhance your experiences outside of the classroom. We know that many of our staff working behind the scenes often don't get the recognition they deserve for all the hard work they put in, and this award aims to rectify that. We received 15 nominations for this award, with the shortlisted nominees being Terry Dooley for being a friendly face and always happy to help in the Manchester Library. Kevin Pollard for all of his work managing the Guildford site throughout lockdown. Claire Stapleton for always having time to chat and being a supportive colleague. And finally, Charlotte Wright for providing an outstanding quality of service to students and always being willing to lend a hand. The winner of this award received 4 individual nominations. 2 students wrote particularly lengthy nominations, which highlighted this person's patience and ability to help grow students' confidence in themselves. They provide a welcoming atmosphere in their department, and they have helped to provide a safe space on campus where students have always been able to continue their studies. I am delighted to present this award for Business Staff of the Year to Terry Dooley.
Woo!
Well done, Terry. Would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, can you all hear me? I'll give a thumbs up if you can.
Yeah.
I'd just like to thank the students in particular. They've been really supportive this year during really difficult times. I think some of the comments I recognise from some of the feedback I've had from the students by doing one-to-ones and whatnot. It's been a really tough year. I'd like to thank the staff at the Manchester campus, all of the business professionals who are really working hard to try and keep the service going. Anthony from facilities, Stephen from security, and also Asan, who's the head of our cleaning team, because keeping the library open was really challenging and really tough, but they managed to do it. Also Jodie and Philly, who've assisted me in the past couple of years and done the stuff that I basically don't have the time to do, and tried to help me out the best they can. And if I've got time, I'd just like to mention 2 members of staff who are no longer with us, Mark Latham and David Battersby. They were both really great guys, both really passionate about their jobs and passionate about supporting students. Mark Latham was our assessments officer, so I'd like to share this award with our assessments team, led by Phil, and they were doing a really great job in tough times. And obviously David was just a living legend in the library service, and he's very much missed. And with saying that, I'll unmute because I think my voice is about to go because I've had a bit of a sore throat, so apologies for that.
Thank you, Terry. Congratulations once again. So we are now about to move on to what is undoubtedly the biggest award of the year. So I would like to hand back to Andrea Noland to present the Tutor of the Year award.
Thanks very much, Emma. So the Tutor of the Year award is the most highly coveted award, and I'm absolutely delighted to be presenting it this evening. The award is presented to a member of teaching staff or personal tutor who makes a significant contribution to the academic experience of students. Whether inspiring students with a passion for their subject, energizing the room, or going above and beyond to make classes engaging and offering additional support, this person epitomizes what it means to study at the University of Law. In total, an amazing 187 nominations were received this year for Tutor of the Year for 98 individuals across our campuses. The shortlisting panel obviously had an incredibly difficult time deciding on the shortlist, and eventually came down to a shortlist of 8. And the shortlisted nominees are Derek Barham, Audrey Cook, Emma Downing, Anne Dune, Jane Fraser, Mike Meehan, Savas Michael, Alex Morris. Between them, these 8 shortlisted nominees collected 59 nominations, and the winner alone was nominated by 16 students. Now, the winner of this award was described as being dynamic, inspirational, and passionate. One student stated that it was a privilege to have been a pupil in these workshops, with another saying that they are the finest lecturer that I have ever been taught by. Their humour and enthusiasm has been able to permeate into home offices, to kitchen tables and study rooms throughout the pandemic, motivating students through all the ups and downs of the past year. Now, I'm absolutely delighted this evening to be able to present the award for Tutor of the Year to Derek Barham.
Oh.
Right, Derek, to come forward.
Yeah, guilty, present, Your Worship. Well, that was somewhat unexpected. You can tell it's been a while since I was a student. I'd come prepared for a Hulk gag, and then I note down the list. We've got the Vice Chancellor, Ma'am, my Dean, my my manager's there as well. Can I put this down as an hour? That was a joke, not really. Genuinely humbled. Genuinely lost for words. Fantastic students, fantastic colleagues. We've all faced adversity. I'm trying to think of all the cliches that everyone tries to avoid, and I'm failing miserably, thinking on my feet desperately. Absolute pleasure is all mine to work with you all, to work with the students, to engage with colleagues. For those of us that have just survived a rather torturous marking and moderation week, I think you'll understand that the gin and tonic tonight, or whatever your tipple is especially earned. Thank you very much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Good luck to you all. I'm going to put the Hulk away because no one wants to see me when I'm angry. That was going to be the gag. I apologise in advance. Thank you. And I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. Cheerio.
Thank you so much, Derek, and congratulations again.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. I'd like to, again, just reinforce my huge congratulations to all of this evening's winners. I'd also like to thank Ella, Emma and Harry and everyone from the Student Association for bringing such a fabulous ceremony together and a wonderful process, and you should be very proud because we're very proud of you. So the Tutor of the Year award brings us to the end of the nominated awards tonight, but the Student Association still have a number of highly commended awards to give, and I'm going to hand back to Ella to award these.
Thank you, Andrea. Before we move on to the highly commended, I do have a very special award to give, which I created this year. I have called it the President's Award, and I hope that next year when this continues, this will also carry on. So I originally wrote it while I was creating the Clubs and Society Awards, which are happening next week. But this award could have been given in either ASLA or the Clubs and Society Awards. But the person that is being nominated today has already been nominated for another award. So they are here tonight, and these were not nominated. This is, from me, this is someone that I have felt throughout the year has been incredibly helpful, has been one of the first people that I go to when I need a student rep. They've been incredibly reliable, and has represented their group to such a high standard, but also has gone above and beyond. And I am going to give it away now. I did try to write this whole thing not giving it away until the very end, but that was too hard. So I will give it away now. That they helped me massively with my manifesto goal of creating a charity of the year. So this person took it from me and ran an amazing charity week that I could not have run better. And she managed to raise nearly £500 for Lawyers Against Poverty, holding cross-campus events, which really isn't in her job description, and just has honestly, my manifesto goal would not have been as good if she hadn't done that for me. So my huge thank you goes to Zara Nasser for doing that for me, and just holding a fantastic event. So yeah, I'd like to give the present award to Zara.
Thank you. Honestly, I can't even. I just told my family, and I don't even know what to say. So thank you. Honestly, I really appreciate it. But I'm not the only winner of this award. I've got to say a big thank you to obviously Ellen, Harry, and Sarah, who is the dean of my campus, and everyone else who has been part of the charity committee, and everyone who's like the staff, students who have so generously donated through these times and supported my initiative, because without them, the event would not have been as successful as it was. So I'm really, really over the moon, to be honest. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Oh.
Well done. So we also had, as you've heard, we had so many nominations this year and so many amazing nominations to read, that we wanted to give some more awards as well. But before we move on to the highly commended, I think that we should just take a moment to just give a bit of a round of applause to everyone that has been nominated tonight and all of the awards that we've had so far, before we move on to those that are highly commended.
Well done, everybody.
Oh. I know I've said this before, but it was honestly such a lovely experience reading all of those nominations. It was really lovely to see how the students have been impacted this year, even through the pandemic. Because I would say that as student president, you get a lot of negative emails from students. They tend not to come to you unless something's wrong. So it was really nice to see the other side of students praising the university and what's been going on, because you do tend to get a very one-sided view as student president sometimes. So we will now move on to the highly commended awards. So the first highly commended award we'd like to present to Jane Fraser. Jane received a number of high quality nominations in multiple categories, with students commenting on her kind and caring nature and support for students through the entirety of their course. Should we go through all of them and then Kath at the end, Emma? Or? Yeah, okay. Yeah. We'll go through all of the highly commended and give a big round of applause at the end.
There's quite a few, so probably.
Yeah. So our second highly commended award goes to Alex Morris. Alex has also received a high number of nominations, with student praising her communication style and quick responses, as well as their infectious teaching style. I'll hand over to Emma to do. Oh, you're on mute.
That
was going to come up one time today. Someone was going to be on mute.
It was.
We nearly made it to the end, but
almost. So our next highly commended award goes to Jay Dickens, the LGBTQ+ officer and chair of the Leeds LGBTQ+ network. Jay is always happy to take on extra work, and he's been involved in multiple projects over the year, and has just generally always been happy to volunteer to help anybody out. So thank you, Jay. Our next, sorry, we're a little bit out of sync. What's happening to my PowerPoint? There we go. We'd also like to present a highly commended award to Kevin Pollard as Business Staff of the Year. We were super impressed with the nominations that came in for Kevin in relation to his work on the Guildford campus over the pandemic. And we were all really impressed with how he had also supported his local community in the early days of COVID-19. I'm going to hand over to Harry to present the last couple of highly commended awards.
I'm going to admit I'm a bit confused in the running order in the script because we are so confused.
Yep, I think we've a little
hard to say. We are completely out of sync.
But it's fine. It's fine.
Basically, you've just done half of mine. So I'm going to go, Emma, stop me if I'm wrong. But next we have Samarine Kang.
Yes, we did. It's on the screen.
Right, we're in sync. Who was shortlisted for her commitment to her role as a BAME advocate and support for the wider inclusivity agenda. The nominations reference her work as an EDI specialist and diversifying law firms and higher educations, as well as supporting other BAME students. Emma, back to you.
Okay. We've also got a highly commended award for Amy Fitzmaurice, one of our course reps as well, in recognition of her recently launched mentoring initiative, Women High Up. I don't know where we are, so I'm going to just finish them off, I think. Finally, we've got Stephanie Bruce Smith for her outstanding commitment to her role as chair of the BPC Advocacy Committee and managing multiple events across 6 campuses, which is just fantastic. So thank you, Stephanie. And I think that brings us to the end of our highly commended award. So should we have a big round of applause for everybody there?
Done. I don't know whether we missed one, Emma.
I think we did we?
Samuel?
No, no.
Okay, all right. Okay.
You've got the wrong script,
that brings us. Oh, okay, my bad. So that brings us to the end of tonight's awards. Congratulations to everyone that was nominated. Congratulations to everyone that was winner of the award. But everyone should be so proud of yourselves for getting nominated. And when you get those nominations, that'll be another round of you being proud of yourself, I'm sure. So on the screen there, you can see some of the certificates and the trophies that you will be getting. I hope you like them. We spent a lot of time debating which shape trophy to get. So I had the ultimate say, so don't say that was the wrong shape, because I think it was right. So I hope that you really enjoyed them and that you're proud of yourselves. I think that this evening went really well, and I hope that these awards will continue next year, and hopefully you guys will all get to meet in person with the new president by then, Daniel. So I hope you all enjoyed yourselves as much as I have, and as much as we have all enjoyed this whole process of shortlisting and choosing the winners, because it has been, it's been a really enjoyable experience, and I hope that you all had fun. I would like to make a few thank yous. So thank you to our panelists, Patrick, Connie and James, for helping us with the shortlisting. Thank you to Andrea for being here tonight and doing some opening remarks and giving one of the awards. Also to the design team for helping make the certificates, to Creative Media Solutions, who made the trophies. And finally, to Emma for all her work this evening, because she has been a massive help of just doing all of the admin. I think there's been, especially for this and for the awards next week, I think that this was one of those things I was like, right, we're going to do this, and she's just done it all, which has been really, really lovely. So thank you very much for making this possible. This year has been incredibly hard, and I am so glad that I was able to be president during this year and read these nominations. So thank you, everyone. I think that I'm really glad that we all came together and were able to celebrate this. So I'm sure that it's been a very long week for everyone, and everyone will be ready to get on with their Friday night excitement, whether that's going to the pub or to watch a film. But whichever way, I think that it's time that if to end the evening, if everyone could raise a glass, if you've got one, to all our friends and colleagues, both staff and students across the university, in recognition of the fantastic year that we've had, despite the struggles of the past 18 months and the resilience that this has involved. So thank you everyone for coming, and I hope that you will have an even better year next year.